Okay, I know I look very oily, you guys, and there's a reason for that because I just did a 12-hour wear test so that way you don't have to. So today we're going to be doing a wear test, and we're going to be wearing our Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Foundation, oh my gosh, and we're going to be wearing the Nars Soft Matte. So these both kind of give you a natural kind of skin-like look. So we're going to compare the two of these. For primer, I'm going to use my YSL Touche Cloud Blur Primer. I like this primer because it has a really nice wear to it, and it also has gold reflective like little sparkles in it, which help catch the light and give off a nice radiant look. And considering that we're using some kind of radiant, natural looking foundations, I thought this would be a good fit. So I'm gonna start off by using my Pat McGrath Sublime Foundation, and this one is in the shade Medium Deep 22. So this foundation is $68. It is 1.18 fluid ounces and 35 milliliters. So this foundation is one that says that it should be used with a brush. So first I'm gonna go ahead and apply some to the back of my hand. And you guys can see the texture is pretty liquidy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this side with the Pat McGrath. This foundation does come in 36 different shades, which I think is a pretty good shade range for, you know, a foundation, considering the fact that we've had so many foundations that don't come in that many shades. So I really like this just for that simple aspect. If you've been here on my channel, you know that I actually had this foundation in the wrong color. So that's kind of like a good and a bad thing, is that you have the opportunity to try so many different colors, but they are very different, I would say, to the point where you could get color matched online and it'll tell you one shade, and you really have to just kind of trust your gut versus trusting a matching tool. So it did cover up a few of my freckles on my face. It does give off a little bit more golden, vibrancy type of look to my skin if you look at it, you know, obviously without the foundation on. So this foundation claims to be a medium soft focus foundation, and I don't know what they mean by medium because the coverage is definitely lightweight. I would say sheer if anything, because the consistency of it just gives off a sheer kind of foundation. And especially when you apply it with a brush, I definitely feel like this is like sheer more than a tinted moisturizer kind of sheer. So this foundation claims that it's going to last for 12 hours, which we're going to put to the test today, and it's also a self-setting foundation. So what I take that to mean is that I don't need to set my foundation, right? That's what I'm assuming. That's like, and it's crazy because a lot of brands will try to find ways to kind of say like you don't need to set it, because it's kind of cliche to just say, hey, you don't need to set your foundation. Like it's, you know, it's gonna do it by itself. So this one claims to be self-setting. So now we're gonna move on to the Nars foundation, and this one is in the shade Maria Medium Deep 2.3. This is the consistency of this one, a bit thicker, not as runny. Now this foundation says to apply it with my hands. I really don't like the idea of that, but if that's what they say to do, then I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna just take some off the back of my hand, and I am going to just work this on out. And you guys, like right off the bat, I'm sure you guys can tell the difference in coverage here. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm probably gonna look different. This is like very much more coverage. And I'm gonna try not to put too much because, as I said, this foundation is like much more coverage than the other one. Like, ironically enough, you know, they're both claiming to be like skin-like, but this one is, she thick skin. And blending it out with my fingers is not terrible. It does just sheer it out more, definitely way more than what it would be if I used my brush. So I guess that's like what's gonna help give it that skin-like finish. I don't know. And this one claims to have 34 shades, so anything over 30 shades says we love, okay? This one claims to be a natural soft matte foundation. So a little bit different than the claims on the Pat McGrath, but I still feel like they're very much claiming to give you good skin, girl. So this foundation also has claims of being a transfer proof as well as shine proof foundation. So like I said, we're putting it to the test today. This one does last 16 hours in comparison to the 12-hour Pat McGrath. However, girl, I thought about it and I was just like, I'm not gonna wear this foundation for 16 hours. So they're both gonna get worn for 12 and we're gonna see how they stand up throughout the day. And so this foundation, it claims to be a full and natural coverage, whatever that means. I don't know how you could be full and natural at the same time, but I guess Nars has found the perfect formula. So we're gonna put it to the test. And if I didn't mention, this foundation is actually 1.5 ounces, which is 45 mLs. So if you were doing a cost per, product kind of thing, I definitely would say the Nars does obviously outweigh the skin fetish because, like, look at them. You can just tell that one of them has a little bit more product in it. And this one is $40 versus $68 for this one. Okay, so before I go ahead to finish the rest of my face, I just want to do a side-by-side comparison, obviously. And we're going to just kind of look at the differences between the foundations. So in real life, and I don't know if the camera is picking it up as well, but I feel like the same thing that we had with the Rare Beauty and the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop, one of these is a little bit more fuller than the other. I do still see that I have my freckles on both sides, which obviously is a great sign for me because that shows like skin, right? So I definitely feel like the Nars side is a little bit more golden. I don't know. You let me know what you think in the comments. But I feel like the Pat McGrath is giving eavesdrop all day. Like, thought this was gonna be a part 2. This is damn near a replica, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to show you guys the finished result. And then we're also gonna do some periodic check-ins throughout the day, because like I said, we're gonna be wearing it for 12 hours, okay? So let me go ahead and let me finish up, and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so here is the finished look. I tried to keep it pretty natural and pretty minimal with the extra powders or products that I was putting on, because our Pat McGrath side claims to be self-setting and our Nars side claims to be transfer and shine proof. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna wear this face for the rest of today. So we're going to be doing a 12-hour wear test because 16 hours, girl, is just out of my working hours. I don't have time to be in full makeup like this all day, like no. So we're gonna do a 12-hour wear test. So right now it is 8:30 and I'm just gonna go about my day. I am not going to touch up simply because I wanna know if this is going to fully be, what they're claiming to be. So I did not set my face at all with any additional powders, only underneath my eyes where I put the concealer, and then like a little bit on my chin and a little on my forehead, but that is it. Not in my smile lines, not fully setting the face, none of that. And I actually didn't even use a powder bronzer. I just went straight in with my contour stick, and then I went in with my blush and everything else. So I'm going to check back in with you guys, and then we're going to come back and we're going to see under the actual studio lights how exactly this foundation is holding up. So let's go ahead and get our day started. All right, you guys, it is 2:23, so I'm a little past due for my first check-in. This is what the makeup is looking like. So Pat McGrath side over here, Nars over here, and so far, I think the Nars is wearing beautifully. Not to say that the Pat McGrath isn't, but I definitely feel like very light coverage. Very light coverage is what I'll say. Very light. We can see a little bit of my smile lines have kind of, made their way to the party. Not saying that's a problem, but keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So it is, like I said, 2:23. We will have another check-in and I will let you guys know how it's going. I did also actually put on a face mask, but I did not save it to see what it looked like inside as far as transfer proof and what was the other one? Self-setting? Yeah, self-setting, they say it. So I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so we are back. It has officially been 12 whole hours, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, it has been the struggle. Looking at my face throughout the day and just realizing that there were places that were oily, there were places that just were no longer, like meshing together. I just really wanted to touch up my face, but like I said, I did not touch my face at all beyond checking in with you guys and what we did originally. So to jot our memory again, we have the Pat McGrath on this side, and we have the Nars Soft Matte on this side. And I'm gonna give you guys like 5 seconds to tell me which one you guys think. So go down in the comments and let me know which one you like better. But I think it's a pretty obvious that the Nars side has absolutely worn way better throughout the day than the Pat McGrath side. Y'all, my face, it looks a oily mess. So let's just go ahead and just point out some of the things that I've noticed. So as I mentioned earlier, when I did my first check-in, I did have, some smile lines showing up specifically on the Pat McGrath side. I do feel like the Nars side is a little bit oily, although it claims to be a shine-proof foundation. So if you wanted something that was very nothing-like and very much on par with like a tinted moisturizer, I would definitely say that you would probably like this Pat McGrath side. So we also did not use like our Hydro Grip. We did not set with any additional powders on top of our face, just our targeted areas, which were our under eyes, a little bit on our chin, which is still a bit kind of shiny, and right here in the middle of my forehead. Now, forehead is absolutely giving oil, sis. I just look like I ran a race, and I feel like the Nars side absolutely won this wear test for me. Now, the Nars does claim that it is a 16-hour wear, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I originally wanted to do, 16 hours and at least try to see if this one really stands up to what it says. But I realized like that would have been like midnight when I could have taken it off, and I'm just like, right now, it's only 8:30 and I'm just already done. Like, I need to take this off. I personally really love both of these foundations. Obviously, they definitely get a lot of playtime over here on my channel, and I will continue to love the both of them. However, if you are trying to make a decision, I feel like this is kind of going to give you a better understanding of, what foundation might be best for you. I mentioned the price, the sizing, and all of the claims that both of these foundations make in regards to it being the best natural skin-like type of foundation. So you guys let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. What is your favorite? If you've tried both of these or one of these, or want to try both of them and you haven't before, what made you want to do that? Let me know. Let's talk about it, girl, down in the comment section. But I truly hope you guys enjoyed this video. I woke up really early to get this out for you guys, and like I said, we wore it all day, looking crazy, incomplete. I already felt like one of them had more of a fuller coverage than the other, and that is the Nars side, obviously, and I mentioned that as we were applying it. So let me know what you guys think. And if this is your first time to my channel, I definitely want you to go ahead and take a look at my Rare Beauty versus Fenty Eavesdrop foundation, because that one was absolutely one of my favorites to review. And kind of like this video, I love both of them, but they actually totally have different wears and different things that they provide for the skin. So if you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are not. I do post a video every Tuesday and Friday, but if you can't remember that, just hit that notification bell and you will get notified every time I do post a video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I will link those down below so that way you can easily click and follow. And you guys, I have my giveaway coming up very soon, so please make sure you guys stay tuned if you guys want to win some amazing makeup. I'm going to be picking multiple winners, and I'm going to more than likely be announcing that in my next video. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.